Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and this is my weekly entertainment wrap-up for May 14th to 20th. This week I read one book, I watched 2 shows, I watched 1 movie, I listened to 1 podcast, and I listened to 1 book. At the beginning of the week, I started reading The Doll Funeral by Kate Hamer, but I couldn't really get into it, so I've kind of put it aside as a DNF for now, but I might come back to it later. There was something about the language that just wasn't really clicking with my brain. Instead, this week I finished Word by Word, The Secret Life of Dictionaries by Corey Stamper. I like to go through the recently ordered list at my library, which is how I found this gem. Corey worked as an editor at Merriam-Webster for a number of years, and this book chronicles the numerous exploits during her time defining and redefining words, or rather updating due to new or differing usage. A lot of the rules of grammar aren't actually rules, but rather the extreme preferences of a group of elite logophiles. Many of the stories you've heard about the so-called origins of words like posh are rubbish, and the dictionary only seems to be an ultimate authority due to advertising during the so-called dictionary wars. As you'd expect from someone with a lifelong adoration for words, this one is filled with exquisite specimens, as well as eye-opening tales of what dictionary production actually is. My knowledge-loving heart was very happy I found this book. This week on Survivor, someone didn't read the fine print on an advantage and it caused much drama. I really don't know how the season finale is going to know, but the end credits scene made it look like Ty is going to be in trouble, which makes me sad because I like Ty. This week, because it finally came out on Netflix, I watched the 4th season of Sherlock. Holy transitions, Batman! I watched the season with a friend who is a professional editor, and we were both drooling over the variety of shots. The nerd writer did an excellent episode about the cinematography in one of the episodes, which I'll link down below because it's definitely worth watching. There were twists that had us yelling at the screen, but in the best possible way. Overall, I was just happy to have basically 3 more movies with Holmes and the Watsons. In the last shot, and I assure you this is not a spoiler whatsoever, there are 2 plaques indicating the location is Rathbone Place, and I burst into laughter and then immediately had to explain myself. Basil Rathbone is the actor credited with playing Sherlock Holmes in the most productions. I then wondered how I've held on to this information for so long because I think that I got that as an answer from a game of Trivial Pursuit I played as a child. Memory is weird like that. This week I finally got around to watching Inside Out, and it was just as lovely as all the pieces that float around the internet when it first came out said it was. If you missed it, Inside Out is about a girl named Riley and the 5 primary emotions that run the control center inside her head. Her family moves across the country, and joy, the lead emotion, tries to keep sadness from tainting Riley's personality. As is often the case, the part that made me laugh the most was a throwaway line, "Oh no, all these facts and opinions look so similar." I enjoyed this film and can see why it was a big hit when it came out. This week I listened to a few episodes of Welcome to Night Vale. I have this habit of letting a few episodes pile up so I can listen to them at my leisure, which is exacerbated by not wanting to talk about individual episodes in these weekly wrap-ups. If I were to go into the plot of individual episodes, I feel like that would be a separate project that I would do based solely around the Night Vale universe. I do want to mention, however, that I have now pre-ordered a signed copy of the next Night Vale novel, which comes out in October, and I'm very excited to read it. I'm also an official backer of PodCon, a convention that will be happening in Seattle from December 9th to 10th. It is being put together by Hank Green and Joseph Fink, and if you are interested in attending either in person or by live stream, I've put the information for their Indiegogo down below. This week I listened to Exit Strategy by Kelly Armstrong, which means I accidentally started a new series, even though I said a video or 2 ago that I wanted to read more standalone books. It just doesn't seem to be working out that way. This is a book about Nadia, a former Ontario cop who is now a hit woman. When a serial killer starts terrorizing various states, a hitman mentor asks for her help in tracking him down because he is bad for business. There's mystery, intrigue, what basically amounts to detective work, aliases, costumes, and misdirection. So I was all over it. You never know who to trust, which puts the characters and the reader on edge. It read as a thriller, and although I don't feel like picking up the next in the series immediately, I probably will down the line. I got a little attached to the characters, and also to the potential love triangle that formed throughout the book. It's neat to see a love triangle with characters that aren't in their teens. That's it for now. This week I want to know about your favorite mystery. Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down in the comments section, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you next time. Bye!